quit and I'm a survivor. My story starts when I was in the 8th grade. I was 14 years old and I was first diagnosed with high cholesterol. It was 220 at the time, but I didn't do anything about it. My mom was afraid if I started taking medicine that early, it would mess up my insides and just continue to live life as any teenager or 20-year-old would do, because the next bout with my cholesterol came when I was 26 years old. It's the first time I got a big boy job. I got insurance, I got benefits. So I said to myself, let me go to the doctor and let me get my checkups. When it came to my cholesterol numbers, the doctor looked at me and said, I've never seen anybody at 26 years old with cholesterol as high as yours. I gotta send you to a specialist. She sends me to a specialist. And when I get to the lipid clinic, the lipid specialist says, you won't live to see 30. I'm 26 years old. It's 4 years away. How can I not live to see 30? I thought it was just an exaggeration by the doctor to get me on some new drug or some medicine I didn't need. So you say, you know what? The changes I'll make, I'll stop using butter. I'll start using margarine. Instead of going to fast food places 6 days a week, I'll go 4. When we're 20, we feel like we're so invincible, and that's how I felt. I said, I'm going to live to see 30, and I don't need to make any changes because I won't have to worry about this stuff until I'm like 40 years old, so I got some time. Boy, was I wrong. That all changed on May 21st, 2015. It's a day I'll never forget. I get up and I run with the run club, and that's what I did that Saturday morning. I skipped breakfast. I skipped drinking any water or anything. I said, you know what? Let me go and knock this 2 miles out. So when I got there, everything was fine. But as I started to run, I started to get tired really quick. I started to pour down with sweat. And as I would usually finish in the middle of the pack, the people who ended last were starting to pass me up. So now my pride is playing on me. This person finishes last every week. How are they beating me? But my body said no. I was pouring down with sweat. I was tired. I couldn't push myself. I had to start walking. Tried to run again, but I had to walk. It was just too much. I never felt that before. One of my friends saw the stress on my face and she said, hey, do you need some water? I said, yes, because I don't know what's going on. As she went to get me the water, I got on the ground for a second to try to collect myself, try to collect my thoughts. And I said, my car is 5 steps away. I can get up, go to my car, and then text everybody and let them know I'm all right. When I got up, I took 2 steps and I got right back down. It was a feeling that I've never had before. My whole entire body was just tired. And I couldn't catch my breath. I knew something was wrong at that moment. So what I did is I unlocked my phone. I called my girlfriend at the time, who's now my beautiful wife. And I said, I don't know what's going on with me, but you need to get up here. She immediately heard it in my voice. So I got off the phone with her. I had a sense of accomplishment. I said to myself, why don't I just close my eyes for a second and try to regain my composure since I'm so tired? Maybe I'll take a short nap. As I did that, I heard footsteps running up to me. I asked my other running colleagues, they saw me on the ground. And believe it or not, we have different people run in our run group every week. And this week we actually had a nurse. And she immediately checked my pulse. My pulse is at 58. I'm cold. I'm clammy. So she's doing everything she can to keep me too. She didn't want me to go to sleep. She didn't want me to pass out. So they called the ambulance and it took them about 25 minutes to get there. But after that, I had regained my composure. I was okay. I was ready to go and embarrassed. But the ambulance got there and they asked, hey, do you still want to get on the ambulance? I'm like, I'm all right. But thank God for friends. They used a couple of choice words and they rather convinced me to get on the ambulance. So as I did, my chest started to tighten up. So they decided to run an EKG. And it showed that I was having a heart attack. I said, you know what, guys, I'm going to be honest. I had a long night. You give me oxygen and you give me an IV, I'll be completely okay. So they decided to run another EKG, and when they did that, it came back 100% normal. They were so confused. Once again, I got the question, do you even want to go to the hospital? Of course, I don't want to go to the hospital, but they take me just to be sure. So when I get to the hospital, I'm thinking I'm going to be there 5 minutes. 29 years old, I'm invincible. But the doctors looked at the EKG results and said, you know what, Sam? We think you had a heart attack. A heart attack? There's no way I had a heart attack. Again, I'm 29 years old. I don't have to worry about these things until I'm 40. I've convinced myself of that. That was wrong. Not only did I have a major heart attack, I had a 95% blockage in my right coronary artery, and my cholesterol was at 475. The doctors didn't even know how I was alive. Cholesterol at 475. So with this being Memorial Day weekend, they had to pull everybody they can to put this emergency stent in now. As I sat there after the procedure and just processed that I actually had a heart attack, the doctor came in and said, you know what? If you weren't a runner, this would have happened sooner and it would have been a lot worse. So for me, I hated running. It was a social thing to do. I met people, but that one decision of running and sticking to it actually saved my life. It allowed me to be on this earth longer, to enjoy my loved ones, to actually get married to my girlfriend at the time, my beautiful wife now, to be there for my family, to see my nieces and nephews grow up. That wouldn't have been possible if I didn't make that decision. So when I recovered, I started to encourage my friends to think Heartstrong. What I mean by that is, as I'm allowed to be on this earth longer, to enjoy my family and make a difference and tell my story because it's truly a testimony, I can also encourage others to protect their hearts and everything in it. What do I mean by that? Our passions, our family, our loves. Those are things that we consider to be in our heart, near and dear to our heart. So you have to protect your heart and everything in it. Make the one decision that keeps you around longer. When you go to a fast food place, maybe you get the salad. Maybe you go home and cook. When they bring food to the job, skip it. Eat that lunch that you have, because that one decision could be the difference between life and death. Because for me, running was that difference. Protect your heart and everything in it. Be heartstrong, and you too could be a survivor.